What is up, strong man? Thanks for having me on.
No problem, Shane. I'm glad you finally decided to show up. Were you scared?
A little bit scared, but I'm kind of debating a moron here who doesn't understand Bitcoin as a commodity. So, yeah.
As a commodity, okay.
Well, yeah, it's a commodity. You talk about it like it's a stock, so that's where.
I do.
Yeah, all the time.
Bitcoin stock.
Yeah, Bitcoin stock, and it is a stock now. It's an ETF. You could buy it in BITO is the ticker.
Oh, so if it's an ETF, that means it's a stock.
Well, yeah,
No.
it's publicly traded now, and it's like a.
It is publicly traded.
Mhm.
That's true. You
Right.
can buy one of those scammy Bitcoin ETFs, and
It's not scammy.
you put real money into it, and then you have ownership of a fake asset.
Yeah, what's scammy about it?
Seriously? Have you heard of FTX?
Yeah, BIT. Well, that's not all crypto, right? That was his one token. So I love how you extrapolate from FTX to just all crypto as if it's all the same. But Bitcoin is like digital gold.
Well, it's the entire industry. How many freaking crypto brokerages went down?
Oh, okay. So Enron was a scam. So then all stocks. Like you could do that with anything, right?
Well, I mean, you could, but not all companies are scams. They're audited. They're publicly traded.
Yeah, Bitcoin.
It's a Bitcoin and these scammy brokerages. Like they don't even publish their financials. You have no idea what's going on there. They have these scammy rates, and 9 times out of 10, they just totally implode.
Really?
100%.
Well, Bitcoin's been going strong for a while, and it's been vertical lining, as you like to say. So, what do you attribute the continued price appreciation of Bitcoin to? Do you think it's just a bunch of idiots buying it, or
Oh, 1,000%. You got one idiot that buys it, and then he tells the other idiot, "Hey, bro, you want to buy it from me at a higher price? It's the future, bro." And then that other person comes in and buys it at a higher price. You get all this demand coming in, supply and demand. The price goes up. Everybody thinks they're a freaking genius because they made money. But what are they buying, Shane? What do you own when you buy Bitcoin?
Well, you're buying a commodity. You're buying something that's finite and decentralized. It's not. What do you like? Your worthless fiat that the government just keeps printing and printing and has nothing to. Bitcoin. There's only 19 million, and as far as I can tell, it has a lot of utility. And he just seems so dismissive of Bitcoin and crypto at large. And I consider myself a pretty loud vocal advocate for Bitcoin because there's a lot of boomers like you that just don't understand it. And that's fine. I'm not trying to insult you. Like you're older.
A boomer, huh?
Or whatever you are, older, or ignorant, or whatever the word is that you want to use for someone who's just not a crypto guy. But I do think you're missing out. It's almost like you want to stay poor. And it's the future because, I know you use that phrase sarcastically a lot, but, how do you think digital currency is going to evolve? What do you predict is do you think we're just going to have the dollar system?
Oh, 100%. Fiat will always be there, and I would much rather have my money in fiat forever into the future than some scammy token like Bitcoin or poopy fart coin. Because what is the difference between Bitcoin and poopy fart coin? I could literally go and make poopy fart coin with a big steaming piece of shit on the front of the token. And I could say it has all the qualities of Bitcoin. There's 19 million or whatever.
You can say that, but it wouldn't be true, right? Because Bitcoin
But it is true. You say Bitcoin is finite, but it's not because I can literally copy it 1 billion times over. It's actually the most infinite resource in the world because I can replicate it with just some computer code.
Oh, it's just some code and, it's technology. So you could say that about any stock. Oh, I could just go make my own search engine like Google. And it's so dismissive of the underlying foundational technology that underpins Bitcoin. There's a lot of blockchain proof of work algorithms and proof of stake and all these different things that contribute to it being a valid currency. And you're just so dismissive, like, oh, I can make poopy fart coin. What don't you understand?
Exactly, because you can use that technology to make anything. So it basically means Bitcoin's intrinsic value is 0 because I can print it into infinity. Now, central banks, they actually can't print into infinity because if you have mega inflation.
What they do during Corona. Right.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Everybody says, they're printing money and, inflation. Inflation hasn't been insanely bad. And over the history, the last 10, 20, 30 years, inflation's been like 2%. It's predictable. Right. It's steady. It's not massive dilution. Most people, have a general sense of how inflation works. With Bitcoin, that thing goes up and down and up and down and left and right. You don't know what the price of that thing is. You don't know where it's going to be in 5 seconds. At least with a dollar, it's like, okay, this will probably lose about 2 or 3% per year.
Yeah, whereas my Bitcoin,
because you don't want deflation. Deflation is bad. Bitcoin, it's like I don't know. What is this? Help me here. Help me understand.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, but I think what you fail to realize is there's a finite number, right? There's like
there's not. It's infinite. I could copy it.
I mean, again, you could say that about anything, right? Like I could copy Nike shoes and start Shikey. Like it's the same principle, except there's no moat for stuff like that for technology.
Well, if you wanted to copy Shikey, you'd have to. I like that, by the way. You'd have to like get your own factories, and you'd have to have real people making the shoes and use real resources. And it is finite because it's literally like you have to have people and resources. And there's finite resources and there's finite people. So there isn't infinite Shikeys, Whereas Bitcoin, I can literally copy and I could probably figure it out myself. I'm not even a computer programmer. I can make Poopy Fart Coin in 5 seconds, or like 5 hours. I'll be generous. I can make Poopy Fart Coin, and I can make a gazillion of them.
So I guess what do you think the whole crypto industry is about? Like all these Bitcoin miners and all the technology that's like foundational to Bitcoin, or you just don't seem to you don't seem to comprehend that at all.
Oh, I comprehend it's a scam, 100%. 100%. It's so obvious to me. Okay, look, if you want to get rich, here's all you got to do. You don't have to get a job. You don't have to sell your butt behind the biker bar, which I think most Bitcoin people are going to be doing one day. All you have to do is create your own crypto, and then you keep part of it for yourself. Then you promote the crypto to idiots, clowns, and degenerates. Then those idiots, clowns, and degenerates flood in because they think it's the future. The price goes up, and then you, the original creator, sell it after the price goes up, and you pocket it.
Is that not what everyone does with IPOs and stocks? And when these people get in real early and they just dump the shares on the heads of the retail shareholders? Isn't that like that happens everywhere?
Well, I mean, every company IPOs at some point, but plenty of companies continue to grow and produce real goods and services. And
Bitcoin's continued to grow. When is this pump and dump that you keep? When is this going to happen? How long has Bitcoin been around? I haven't seen any.
How is Bitcoin growing?
What's the price right now, Strongman?
The price is going up. That's true, but I mean, one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. That's it.
Well, it's been around a long time, and there's a lot of people that scrutinize Bitcoin, right? You got BlackRock, you got Vanguard, you got analysts now that are coming out predicting this thing to go to $500,000 per coin, and so you have all these people that are experts, professionals, analysts, bankers who are scrutinizing this asset, and you think you have like some sort of foresight that these people don't know about. Why haven't they uncovered some scam?
Well, so their scam is they get to launch the products that the retail dopes buy, and they get to charge fees on those products. So they'll say whatever they got to say. Oh, Bitcoin, yeah, we believe in it, bro. Yeah, hey, I'm a financial advisor. They release the products, and then people invest in it, and then they get to charge an asset management fee. Wall Street doesn't care about the underlying asset. They just want you to invest so they can charge you fees. That's the scam that they're doing. I don't care what BlackRock. I don't care what Fidelity says.
So you don't think they hold their reputation to any standard? And like if I went to them with like, I don't know, Poopy Fart Coin from Strongman, you think they'd endorse that too?
If it was popular enough, they would. 100%. Really? Oh, what if they could make money? They would literally have Poopy Fart Coin ETFs. 100%. So
I guess what do you make though about like the different algorithms that kind of like underlie Bitcoin and crypto? What do you attribute that to? Is that just all fake too?
No, I mean the algorithms and the code is real.
What does it do?
The value of the Bitcoin.
Why is that valuable?
There's technology and the actual asset are two different things.
They are? Why are those two different things, and how are they not intimately related? How is technology not the foundation of what makes an asset valuable? And do you think it's just that you don't understand Bitcoin? Like Like, I mean, seriously, do you? I mean, it just seems like you kind of have like a preset, like a script that you want to read off of. No one can change your mind. You're just so against it. Do you ever think like maybe, oh, I should have an open mind? Maybe I should learn about stuff that is becoming like the future waves of like, the financial system?
Look, when people say have an open mind, what they mean is like stuff that goes up a lot and don't like stuff that goes down a lot. Nobody cares about the fundamentals of investing, which is owning, spending money, investing in a company that produces future cash flows that you as the shareholder are entitled to. You're a partial owner of all the company's future cash flows.
Bitcoin has produced me a lot of cash flows as it goes up.
Anything else like Bitcoin, which Bitcoin doesn't create more Bitcoin. Okay, if I buy a share of Apple,
That's why we like Bitcoin. Is that
no.
It's called
finite. I buy a share of Apple. Apple profits. They take those profits. They can pay a dividend, or they can do share buybacks, or they can take the profits and reinvest them. Maybe build more factories. And I could have one share of Apple, but that share could eventually get me more and more and more future cash flows. Like there's real legitimate underlying growth with me holding that one share. If I own
real legitimate underlying growth in Bitcoin, because if I buy one Bitcoin, which again, if you were to buy one Bitcoin in 2010, you would be a freaking trillionaire, strongman.
I'd still have one Bitcoin though. It's just a Bitcoin.
Yeah, but again, you would still have one share of Apple. The share and the coin being worth more.
But if I had a share of Apple, let's say Apple had 10 factories back then, and now it's got 20 factories. Now I've got partial ownership of 20 factories instead of 10.
Well, let's say Bitcoin had 100,000 people using it. Now it's got 100 million. Is that not growth?
Well, that's just more. Yeah, that's clown growth. Oh, I mean, just because more people are investing in Apple, like if Apple didn't grow or expand or do anything, I mean, that doesn't change the fact that it didn't grow. Even if more people are looking at investing in it, it's the underlying holdings. Do you own it or do you not? Do you actually have future cash flows that come into you? You do not.
I do own it, and I'm a proud Bitcoin holder. And my parents, so like my dad didn't understand Bitcoin, and he's looking to retire, right? But he doesn't. And I know you're gonna call this degenerate. You're gonna call this whatever. Oh boy. But my dad's. Here we go. But my dad's looking to retire, and he didn't understand Bitcoin. But I've grown his retirement fund immensely by helping him see what Bitcoin really is, helping him invest in it, and helping him build out something more than just the stupid S&P 500 that's going to give him little incremental growth over 100,000 years. Maybe he'll make $10 like you. But with me, but you know what I'm saying? Because you're in this VT, it's gone up what, like 0.5% in the last decade or some shit. But
actually, but okay.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's a slow growing boomer asset. Whereas you could get caught onto crypto and you could adapt. Times are changing, Chris.
How much of your dad's portfolio, like what percentage of his portfolio is in Bitcoin?
Like 45.
You truly are a degenerate, Shane. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, it's something that he's comfortable with, and he knows that like I do my DD. So.
Oh, please tell me more about your DD. I want to hear did you read the white paper one time and half understand it, and then that's how you decided to buy it?
I read the white paper. I read some articles on Reddit and some other different.
You read some articles on Reddit, okay? You know why you bought it, Shane? It's because it went up. That's why you bought it.
So, all right, that's another thing I want to address. You have such a problem with people buying things because they went up a lot. People buying things because they have a proven track record of price appreciation over time. Why would I go buy your, stupid VT? It's like you like stuff that doesn't go up a lot. Can you explain that logic to me? Oh, we're so stupid for liking things that make a lot of money. Why do you like things that don't make a lot of money?
I like everything. I buy things that go up a lot. I buy things that stay flat.
What things do you buy that go up?
I buy stuff that goes down a lot. I buy everything at market cap weights. So I'm not just buying the QQQ went up.
Don't you think that's a bit inefficient?
No, it's grounded in efficient markets. You're saying the market is smarter than you, and the market there's an active market that is pricing securities.
Well, for you, that might be the case. The market might be smarter than you, but I don't know that applies to everybody. Like, you don't pick stocks.
So Bitcoiners are smarter than the market. That's what you're saying.
Well, clearly, who's outperformed? And does the smarter person make more money, or does the smarter person make less money and just say, "Oh, well, I'm smarter"?
I mean, I could buy a bunch of calls on Tesla Maesla, and I happen to hit it right when it goes up and make a ton of money. That doesn't mean I'm smart. That means I'm a degenerate gambler. Okay. It doesn't mean just because you made money in the short term doesn't mean you're smart. What makes you smart is making money over decades. If you can win, if you can achieve your goal, that is how you know you're an intelligent investor.
Well, what is your goal? Is your goal slow growth and not making a lot of money? Because I'm achieving my goal with Bitcoin, right? It's going absolutely parabolic. It's a disruptive innovation, and I'm invested in it heavily. So what's your goal ultimately? To kind of stay the same, or?
My goal is to own as much of the world's publicly traded companies and all of their future cash flows in tax advantage accounts before I retire. That is my goal, boy. You know what your goal is? Get rich quick.
Well, yeah.
You want your Bugatti.
I do want a Bugatti. That would be
That's
sick.
right. You think you're gonna get one with your clown coin?
I do. I do.
Okay. Any second now. Obviously, Bitcoin's going to $1 million. Hopefully, you sell it before it plunges. But
look at where it's at now. Do you really think this is the top? It's only $70,000 per coin. And
why? Why is it $70,000?
Well, because what do you mean why? Like, people buy it.
Why? Why is it 70 grand? What makes it worth 70 grand?
Well, because a lot of people bought it.
That's true. People did buy it.
Well, people are realizing that, the trajectory that Bitcoin is following to become the world's, basically reserve currency. Have you ever heard, strongman, that the dollar's no longer, going to be the world's reserve currency? The BRICS, there's like Brazil, Russia, India, China, whatever, maybe Saudi Arabia, something like that. Bitcoin is in the words of Cathie Wood, who I think is incredibly intelligent, it's the first global. You're laughing at me, but
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. Go ahead.
Well, it is pretty rude, but it's the world's first global, digital, decentralized, finite, rules-based currency, right? There's all these things that contribute to price appreciation, and you're just so dismissive, like, oh, what made it go up? What made it go up? What made VT go up? Do you think that's proportionally tied to, do you think there's no inefficiency in the price action of VT or?
Oh, it's not a perfect, no market is perfect. Like, obviously, if you have insider information, you can get victories buying individual stocks or buying clown coins like Bitcoin or poopy fart coin, which is the same thing basically. But over time, if you're just averaging into VT, you're trusting efficient markets. And we live in a very computerized digital world where I think markets are even more efficient. There's more publicly information available in faster time frames. So over time, you're accumulating all of these assets. Like, every company that's publicly traded in the world, basically, you own them. Like, you can't lose, Shane. You can't lose.
Yeah, and you have very limited upside too. So, I mean, I guess as long as you feel safe, because I know you like to feel safe and comfortable, and I'll never take a chance on something that is clearly the future of currency. But if you feel safe in your assets, that's fine. But another thing I take issue with is like your stock picking philosophy. Why do you think that that people who pick stocks are morons, and you're again just so dismissive, so rude about these people, and and just it seems very uneducated. But why do you take issue with that?
Well, it's the same thing with Bitcoin. I think you're not a moron. I would rather somebody pick stocks than cryptocurrencies, 100%. Because at least when you buy a stock, like you're buying a real business. My criticism is I think people think they're smarter than they are. We've been in this weird clown market where stupid cryptos are going up in vertical lines, and we got these stupid ass clown stocks that are going up in vertical lines. And people are geniuses. Huh?
Give me an example of a clown stock.
Bitcoin. No. Let me think. Tattooed Chef.
Aren't they bankrupt?
Yeah, exactly. But people were buying this garbage thinking they're smart because it went up a lot. and then eventually what happens is they get clapped. It happens every time. It's inevitable.
Yeah, but that's
they have a couple
good shot.
victories.
What about Palantir?
What about Palantir?
Can I vape on the stream or no?
You do whatever you want. You know,
well, that won't get you demonetized or whatever, because I know you probably need the AdSense money since you don't have any Bitcoin.
I do. I'm going to get paid in dollars too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Dollars that'll depreciate because of inflation over time. Well, my Bitcoin keeps going by $500,000 per token. So, but yeah, thanks. At least I can vape. I appreciate that.
You vape your heart out.
I mean, yeah, it's.
I want you to. I know you're nervous and you're shaking. You need to calm yourself down.
I am getting a little nervous.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, yeah. So what about? So you take big issue with Tesla. What's your deal with Tesla?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, are you a Tesla shill? Are you?
No, I'm not a Tesla shill.
I would not be. You are a Tesla shill, aren't you?
I'm a Tesla investor.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I am too through VT. But
there you go.
It's the same. Look, Bitcoin clowns inevitably also own Tesla. It's like it's a 1-to-1 correlation. If you're bullish on Bitcoin,
do you think that is? Do you think it's because we have a? Why? It's called foresight, right? Like we see what's coming down the pike as in terms of innovation and technology. So do you think there's any correlation between that, or we're just all morons?
Yeah, there's a clown correlation, 100%.
Clown correlation,
100%. You can see like Bitcoin and Tesla are like they're married. Like
they're married.
Like the clown market, they both do extremely well.
Well, because they're innovative, right?
Huh?
Because they're innovative.
How's Bitcoin innovative?
How it's the future of currency. It's a new system of transactions. What do you how?
I guess poopy fart shart ass coin is also innovative too, right?
That doesn't exist, and even if it did, you wouldn't have the fundamental technology. You know, where's your ledger? I don't see your blockchain. Do you even know what's a blockchain?
I'm an accountant. I do ledgers every day.
What's a blockchain, Chris?
I don't know. Don't care. Well, I do. I could explain it briefly, but see what you're trying to do. You're trying to suck into this, like you're like, oh, I know more about the underlying technology. And you know what? You probably do, and that's fine. I'm not saying you don't know more. You're probably a genius about the underlying technology. My argument is the coin that is derived from that has no intrinsic value. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying the technology is not legit. It is.
Oh, so the technology is legit, but there's no value in the coin. So what about, okay, that's like saying, oh yeah, the technology at Google and Microsoft is legit, but the stock's worth zero, bro.
Well,
walk me through that thought process.
Google produces real goods and services, and people pay for it willingly.
Oh, why? It's not physical though, Chris. It's not I can't hold it in my hand, right?
If I want to grow my business, I can advertise on Google, and Google gets paid.
If you want to grow your finances, and that's in your name, you could buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin will grow your finances. Google will grow your business. And they're both technology. I see a strong parallel here. What don't you understand?
I could lose everything with Bitcoin. It's not going to grow my finances. It's going to grow a trucker schlong behind the truck stop.
You could lose everything in Google.
100%. I agree. But Google is a real company that produces real goods and services.
Right. Right, but they're not.
Imagine a construction company, like let's say a company builds houses. They're building a house.
Yeah, you can hold that. You can see it. It's physical. What about Google? It's not tangible, so therefore it's not.
I could see Google pretty well, and when I want to advertise, I can do it.
I could see a Bitcoin. I could see the blockchain.
I pull up Google Maps. If I want to go somewhere, it provides me. Like if I don't know where to go, I type in an address.
Okay, well, how about
it's there?
So
I send emails every day. If I want to communicate with clients, if I want cloud storage, I use Drop.
Okay, so communications and that. It's not physical. So what about Bitcoin? If you want to send money internationally overnight, what are you going to do? Call your bank and tell them you'll give them, like they won't do it. They won't do it. Yeah. It'll take a few days. You might have to get approval. It'll be this slow boomer process.
If I buy a share of Google, that company makes money. And as a partial owner of the business, I get some of that money through dividends, share buybacks, or reinvestment, share price appreciation.
Oh, dividends. Yeah, you're a dividend guy now. So if I buy Bitcoin, I get a percentage of the money that it makes. And it makes money, right?
Well, how? But what money does Bitcoin make?
Store of energy. It essentially represents all of the energy in the world.
It extracts energy. So there's literally like warehouses full of machines burning.
Okay, hold on.
Real energy.
Real physical things.
Yes, that are used to process the blockchain, basically update the blockchain.
So if it's just all fake thin air, it's just
we're using
all nonsense, right?
like we have to take stuff out of the ground, like oil and whatever, and we have to coal and we have to burn it.
But
so
why?
We can
why? It's just nothing, right?
Coin.
What do you do with all that energy? Where does that go? What does it do, and why is that relevant to Bitcoin? I don't know.
Where does it go? I mean, we consume it. We're using
for what?
Finite
for what purpose? For what purpose underlying Bitcoin is that energy used?
It's a net negative. Like it doesn't produce anything.
Oh, so they're just expending energy for fun. It's
not for fun. It's so that they can they get rewarded when they mine.
So what is mining? How does that work? My point is that you're extremely uneducated on this entire subject.
But I'm very educated on investing. I can tell you that.
Right, but you don't know why. You don't know why it uses energy. You don't know how they use the energy.
We're not debating why Bitcoin, had the technology. I am self-proclaimed. I don't understand that shit at all, and I don't need to, because it's not about the technology. It's about the intrinsic value of the asset, and the intrinsic value
are completely uncorrelated. So is what you're saying? They're no, yeah. Well, I guess what's your point?
What's your point?
My point is that the technology of Bitcoin and the price appreciation of the asset that is Bitcoin are intimately related. They're, and you don't understand the technology. So therefore, you asked me my point, so let me finish. So therefore, you don't understand the value because you don't understand the underlying technology, which are intimately related.
No, I understand that Bitcoin does not produce cash flows. It doesn't produce a real good or service.
It's been producing me a lot of cash flow, and my dad's retirement fund has been mooning. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I would recommend you sell it and put it into real dollars. Maybe buy, I don't know, VT possibly.
So I could lose money instead of make money with inflation. Yeah, let me just buy some real dollars.
Well, no, you take the dollars and you buy assets that are actually produce real goods and services.
Okay.
It's not financial advice, but maybe you should consider not having 45% of your portfolio in a fundamentally worthless clown token.
Well, it's not fundamentally worthless because we just discussed that there is technology that underlies it, that you don't understand that technology.
I don't. No clue.
Right. So then I guess what makes you think that you're qualified to talk about the price or the value, the worth of Bitcoin if you don't understand the fundamental foundation of what makes a Bitcoin a Bitcoin?
Because it's not about the technology; it's about what does it produce. How do you value Bitcoin? What is the value of Bitcoin, Shane? What is the value of Bitcoin?
I could go pull it up right now.
Do it. No, I'm saying what is the intrinsic value of Bitcoin, and how do you know that price is even close to an approximation of what it's worth?
I'll tell you. Because it's getting rapidly adopted by society. So right now it's at $68,000, right? Pretty good. Pretty good, strongman. That's a big number. That's a big number, I'll have you know. And so how do I know it's worth that? Well, because, strongman, the world is changing rapidly. And as AI becomes a bigger part of society, that and the blockchain will integrate and become like a staple of technology. And you know what? You said, oh, I don't understand the technology, but what does it produce? What a stupid thing that is to say, because if you don't understand the technology, how could you understand what it produces? The technology is the good and the service, the worth of Bitcoin is.
You said it yourself. It's a commodity. It doesn't. It's like a gold bar, but it's like digital gold. If a gold bar is a gold bar, it just sits there. It doesn't do anything. That's it. Yeah. So Bitcoin doesn't produce anything. It just sits there. Oh no, it actually gets traded between clowns. That's what actually.
Oh, so it's a transactional system that's underpinned by a lot of technology. It uses energy, which you don't understand.
Oh no, I understand the use of energy. I know Bitcoin.
Well, what is it again? I'll ask you this again. What is it used for? What is it used for? Why do they?
It's used for clowns to trade through ETFs and on Coinbase, and all the middlemen are making a killing off of you clowns because they charge a fee on the front end, and on the back end, just like the trucker's going to do.
What,
and
your
much
VC?
money.
Yeah, they get a fee on your front end and your back end as well. You know.
Well, no, they don't. There's no loads on VT.
Oh, well,
there's a management fee, but it's very low. And yeah, of course, I mean, you're not going to be able to invest for free. Like there are some management.
Oh, so there's management costs. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. So then for Bitcoin,
Bitcoin,
that's unacceptable. So let me ask you this: your management fees in your slow-growing 1% per 100 years boomer fund, do you think that management fee is like substantiated by the returns that you're getting from that piece of shit index, or do you think it'd be more worthwhile to pay a little bit of a fee on Bitcoin and make $70 whatever thousand dollars, $500,000 it's going to go to?
Oh, it's a passive index. Like, I mean, the management fee is there because you got to pay a fund manager to like, okay, some people redeem shares and we got to buy this stock and sell this stock. Like, yeah, it's going to cost some money. Crypto, like you're just trading. Like, there's no, like, I'm buying real assets. It's just I'm trading. This clown is going to buy it, and then this clown is going to sell it to this clown for a little bit higher price. And that's all it's used for. Like, it's not used for currency. Who's using Bitcoin to buy stuff? Nobody. They're using it to trade. That's it.
Well, because it hasn't been adopted yet completely, but it's well on its way. I mean,
any day now, everybody's gonna be using Bitcoin. Yeah, that's what I want to use as my currency. It's like worth 0, and it freaking goes up and down massively in the half a second. But I want to use that to go buy bread. Hey, honey, I'm going to the store to get some bread. I think bread's worth 1.1 Bitcoin, and then I get there and it's worth like it's cost 2 Bitcoins. I'm like, shit, it's crazy.
Well, instead you say, hey, honey, I have these dollars that only decrease in value over time. Instead of, I don't want something that could go up or down. I just want something that consistently goes down.
It's a lot more predictable to me.
Oh, so you want something that's predictably shittier
rather than. I know when I go to the supermarket, if I leave my house right now with $1 and I want to buy a pack of gum, I can go get that pack of gum. It's still going to be $1 when I get there.
Right. 1 second. Sorry. Gotta get some water,
Yeah, you're getting parched, aren't you?
I am getting parched. You're I guess. All right. What other stuff did I want to take issue with you about?
So
I guess
lost the Bitcoin debate.
Well, no, I didn't lose anything. You failed to concede, fundamental points of the argument. But
you're right. You won. You're right, Shane. Crushed.
You know what? You should maybe read your comments, strong man. All these people in the comments, you think we're all idiots, right? We're all just stupid morons.
If you're investing in Bitcoin, I think you're a stupid moron. 100%.
Really?
100%.
Well, I guess
zero doubt. I've never been more sure of something in my life.
Really?
100%. Oh, baby, you got no idea how sure I am.
So why do you hate on everything trendy? Tesla, Bitcoin, stock picking, technical analysis. I never see you talk about that on your channel. Why is that?
Well, I see, unlike most people that do this kind of stuff, I have like a job and responsibilities, and I don't have time to I'm going to day trade. Like, how do I have time to day trade?
You don't have time to understand. Yeah.
Well, but when do I have time? I don't have any time. Like, when I'm at work, I'm actually working. Like, I'm doing stuff. I don't have time to trade Bitcoin or poopy fart shark coin or whatever. I got to work. And then when I'm off, the market's closed.
Maybe you should make time then, huh? Because my
job.
That's a really good point, strongman. The Bitcoin market is never closed. It's 24 hours. It's every day. You could go trade it right now. So there is no, like with stocks, it's like, sorry, it's not open today. The stock just dropped 80%, but not until Monday. Bitcoin, I can react immediately. I could go sell right now.
Well, I could trade a clown token, or I could come home and I don't know, do people's taxes or exercise to maintain my health. Like, out of all things, why would I choose to trade some clown token that could drop to 0 in half a second? Wasting my time. I got better things to do. I'd rather sit on a Sibian or whatever than freaking trade Bitcoin.
Right. I guess you still never addressed technical analysis. Why don't you take any, like, you don't take technical analysis seriously? Is that correct?
I mean, yeah, I got stuff to do. Like that's if you want to trade, I guess you could look at your stupid charts and draw your lines, but like
Yeah.
I don't have time. And even if I did have time, I wouldn't do it anyway. I'd rather like do something productive, like provide a real good or service to society instead of trying to make money on short-term price fluctuations.
Right. What else do you got for me, strongman?
What do you got for me? You got anything else you want to debate me? Destroy me over?
Well, I kind of already made you look like a fool on Bitcoin, so I guess that's like, I guess what else is there? Stock picking. It's about it. About it, man.
Okay. Well, I guess that was a good debate. We could do some comments. Oh, somebody paid me in fiat. Hold on a minute.
Well, that'll be worth less tomorrow. So.
Whoa! €6. Bitcoin. Our internet made up imaginary money is better than the government's made up imaginary dollar. The best fiat is down 99% in 100 years.
Oh wow!
He paid me in euros, and he's talking trash about fiat.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't accept Bitcoin. It'll go up too much. It'll make you.
I would take it, and I would instantly sell it. Not even hesitate. Instantly.
Yeah, I bet.
Because some clown will give me real dollars.
How about you address this guy's comment? How about that's a pretty smart comment. 99% in 100 years. Do those numbers make sense to you, moron?
Well, it makes more sense than something going down 100%.
Bitcoin hasn't gone down 100%. It's gone up probably 100,000%. So
I mean, like I said, there's inflation. You invest your money. You grow your money with inflation. And the world gets better, economy gets better, you get real growth, whatever. That's fine. I know how inflation works, and I can adapt to it. When I buy Bitcoin, it just and then it drops to zero.
Oh, okay.
That's how crypto works.
Let's pull up a chart of Bitcoin. I don't see it going to zero. Huh?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. So maybe tomorrow.
Tattooed Chef was $20, and I'm like, does it make any money? Jeremy Lefebvre likes it. And it went to zero. Well, it's probably like 0.001 cent right now. But eventually, if something is intrinsically worthless, and remember, Tattooed Chef is worth more than Bitcoin. Tattooed Trucker's sweaty taint is worth more than Bitcoin. How does that make you feel?
That's just factually incorrect. I mean, so they lose money. They're a cash burning company, correct?
Yeah, but they have physical assets. They got factories or whatever where they make their Buddha bowls. Like, it's real. And at least if I'm hungry, I can eat.
Okay. Let's do another comment because that was a really good one. Antonio, you sound like a smart guy.
Thanks for your fiat donation, Antonio. Strongman, tell us one thing in which Bitcoin can never match up to gold. I don't invest in gold either. I don't care. It's a shiny rock. It's the same concept. At least gold can, there's some uses for gold, but it's a shiny rock. It's like one shiny rock is going to be one shiny rock forever into the future.
I agree with that. And you never really said gold is better than, you never advocated for gold. So I don't know.
Maybe I should. Maybe I should sell I should be a gold broker like Peter Schiff.
Yeah.
Haroon Khan, $2. Thank you.
Racking up the cash here.
I know, real money. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's going to depreciate $10 more. That'll be.
Oh, man, no. 50% VT, 50% Ponzi coin is my financial advice. Would you buy Ponzi coin?
Well, a major Tau. I have proof now that, if I lose money on what you just advised me, you better be a financial advisor is all I got to say. That's another really stupid thing I want to bring up. Having to always say, this isn't financial advice is the most ridiculous, absurd bullshit I've ever heard in my life. I could give you advice. Listen, I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. I shouldn't have to say that. I don't care if I'm a financial advisor, if I'm a banker, none of that matters. If I tell you what my opinion is and you choose to use that, it's like medical advice. It's a free country. I could say whatever I want. If you buy it, that's your fault. Even if I told you, listen, hey, you have to go buy Bitcoin and you lose all your money, I'm not liable for that. I'd represent myself in court over that and I'd win every time because No, I'm dead serious.
Now you're a lawyer. Okay.
I can give advice on freaking anything. I mean, what liability is there for that? Why does everyone spam that? Oh, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's so cringy and weird. Like, I get it.
Covers you. Just say it once, and you can say whatever you want.
I could say whatever I want without sounding like an idiot having to say that too, because it's America, right? Like,
yeah, it's America. You do whatever you want, bro.
Pretty much. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah, I just go out and take a dump in the middle of the freeway. I mean, it's America, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's different. That's different.
Oh, it's different. Okay.
Yeah, that's not freedom of speech.
Maybe it's a way I express myself.
Well,
but anyway, that was spoken like a true grifter, because that's what all the grifters say. It's okay. Look, put all your money in Tesla because it's going to $50 trillion in 5 seconds. Trust me, bro. It's the future. But it's not financial advice, so it's good.
Well, no, I
money in Bitcoin. Not financial advice.
I just wouldn't include the not financial advice. I think it's unnecessary, and I think it's I just think it's really stupid. Everyone that says that, it gets on my nerves so much. It gets on my nerves so much. I hate it.
I'm glad.
I hate it. I almost want to say like this is explicit financial advice. Go buy $1 million. Put your life savings into Carvana stock. And this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. And I'm telling all the viewers right now, go do that. I'll take personal responsibility. Like, it's my opinion. Good luck with that, you know? Good luck. You'll take my pair of shoes that I have? Good luck. Go sue me.
I thought I'll take your Bitcoin. You're so rich, bro.
Well,
you're worth a lot of money. You got some real solid investments there that people can poach from you.
Yeah, well, they won't. Freedom of speech, you know. Go buy Carvana. That's my professional advice from a unlicensed moron.
Well, I appreciate that. Everybody do not buy Carvana. Thank you. Oh, more fiat. Look at this. S&P 500 keeps up with money supply increases. Bitcoin is the best performing asset. It went up a lot, bro. It went up.
That's your only defense.
Volatility. Wait, how do you feel about that?
Who's this Antonio Miranda? I like this guy. He's smart. He's a European guy. You ought to have this guy on. I like him. He's made a lot of really good points. 99% in 100 years. And then the, best performing asset in the history of mankind. You dismiss it. Oh, well, it went up a lot.
I'll dismiss it till the day I die. I don't care if Bitcoin goes to $1 trillion a coin. It is fundamentally worthless trash. It was, is, and always will be. That's my speech. Strongman, a PSA 9 first edition Charizard is worth 2.3 USD. At least it's a physical card. Like, I can use it to wipe my ass. Like Bitcoin. I don't know.
Bitcoin just uses energy and is the future of global payment, but that's not real. I'd rather have a Pokemon card. Like,
what percentage of global transactions besides, like crime does Bitcoin contain?
Well, you know what? You could probably look that up, and I would assume it's going up. You could actually track that.
It's going from 0.001 to 0.002. That's 2x, bro. That double.
Well, you could quantify it.
Yeah, you should know this. I'm asking you, what percentage of transactions are Clown Coin?
7%.
Bullshit.
I just made that up.
When FTX went bankrupt, I was in your live saying, go all in Bitcoin. That's the bottoms. I did not come here when price goes up. Oh, God. Wait, how do you feel? How do you feel about FTX and all these other scams that are, of course, related to cryptocurrencies? Shocking.
This guy donated another $6.
He did.
I like this, Antonio. You got to have this guy on.
Antonio, you could use this as a credit for your $100 fee to debate me live.
Oh, is this the guy?
I haven't debated this guy.
No, but is this the guy that wants to?
I think a lot of people want to debate me, but they're too scared. They'll get annihilated just like I crushed you.
I'm not a financial advisor. I just made it look really easy, and I made you look like a fool. So anyone could do it. Antonio, you should come on, buddy.
I guess maybe one person in the audience thinks that. Maybe.
Well,
I feel like I just curb stomped you, dude.
I don't think so. I think I kind of bent you over in that argument, but that's all right.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see in the comments later. You probably have all your shills come in and talk trash.
Is that all the comments?
That's all the paid comments. Is there anything you want to address?
I don't think so. Is there? You want to do a couple more unpaid?
Sure. If there's anything you want me to pull up, do you see them?
No, I don't. I don't know how to even. Let's see.
Let's see. There's so many comments. Jesus Christ.
Is there a lot? That's good.
I know. You're popular, Shane.
Oh, sick. Sweet.
Cash flow is a weakness. Bitcoin doesn't need cash flow. Do you agree with that statement? Is cash flow bad? You do. Okay.
I guess this is a good point to come out and say this whole thing has been like kind of a skit. I hate Bitcoin. I hate Bitcoin so much. Like, I just wanted to have fun, you know, and try to understand these morons. Like, Antonio, you sound like a complete moron. Like, you know, all these people that are buying Bitcoin, you're stupid. It's fundamentally worthless. I completely agree with everything Chris said. And yeah, that little white paper that you guys read the other day, that's my I just got bored and wrote that because like dude, I am so infuriated by all these people. They're all geniuses getting rich like on the internet. Oh, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. It's absolutely blood boiling. So I don't know. I hate it. And everyone else my age loves it too. Like a lot of adults don't, but all the kids my age, they freaking love it. My roommate's like, oh, dude, look, it went up a lot. Look.
Yeah, I mean, people will eventually learn. It's like, oh, you know, it went up. And it always seems like things that go up are popular. It's crazy. It's just an observation I have. But eventually, if you don't understand what you're buying, you're going to get your ass blown open. Oh, we got another donation from Antonio. Crypto solves counterparty risk. Centralized exchanges are the opposite. What do you think about that, Shane?
I don't even know what he's saying. You know, I was praising this guy earlier. Hey, thanks for donating to Chris. You know, he needs it because he's not invested in, you know, your shit coin. Yeah.
Oh, I've lost so much money. I mean, counterparty risk, you know, he's talking about like FTX huge counterparty risk. They would freaking under.
Oh, shit.
We got to shill your shit real quick.
Oh, yeah. Moneyfund.com.
So I just noticed you have a GBT. I actually asked it a question. How long is Long Dong's dong? And look at this PC response right here. What is this?
Yeah, I'm trying to work around that, but that's a little more difficult than, you know, I'm not a computer guy. I'm kind of a moron. I see you have 13 in your cart. I
was going to buy some of your, what the hell is it called?
And, you know, I saw your video. You're like, they might steal your information or whatever. Listen, I get it. Don't buy it. This is fundamentally worthless trash, just like Bitcoin. Don't buy it, but I'm not going to steal your information. This whole site, there's no ads. There's no sign up. There's nothing to pay for. And there's a lot of cool shit on there you guys could use. I just did it because, like, I got news. I got, you know, you could chart anything. You could, if you go down more, there's all sorts of stuff on there you can mess with.
You're actually like, I'm impressed with this, dude. Like, you've added a lot of shit. Like, I thought this was just like some side project, but you got like the charts, you got news articles, you even have a freaking GBT.
Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, on the homepage, like if you go down, there's like you could chart any stock, and there's, you know, there's some cool stuff on there, and I have really nothing to gain from it other than just trying to like grow my own thing. It's kind of just like fun.
How did you get this GBT? Like, what do you?
It's not like I did my own like LLM or anything. I basically use like the framework of OpenAI. Like, see that you can compare stuff on there too, and filter by, you know, if you go to stocks and overview, and you can switch off popular, and it's all live. You know, I spent a good deal of time on it, and like I said, I have really nothing to gain other than maybe selling my worthless cryptocurrency. But clearly, like, don't buy that.
I don't even think you can buy it.
I don't think so either. It's kind of, I don't know. That's not the main point. But
do not buy. Okay. Well, everybody's gonna be mad now. That was a hilarious debate. I mean, you did sound like a crypto guy. Like,
I thought I did pretty good. I was cracking up like through a couple of my arguments. I'm like, man, I can't even believe this shit I'm saying right now.
I felt like I was debating somebody in my comments.
Cool. That's what that was.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on. It was It was a nice debate.
Yeah, it was a good time. I appreciate you having me, man. Thanks a lot.
All right. See ya.
All right, Chris. See ya.